Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Ken Smith with Ken Smith Gallery, and we're getting ready to get the car ready for Dearborn. And one of the things that I wanted to do was put a luggage rack on the back of Betty Lou here. So I found a used one at my local Model A supplier, Model A Max in Unicoi, Tennessee. And we are going to attempt to put it on and see how it goes. Obviously it's used, so there's no instructions per se to come with it. And it's in pretty decent condition for a used one, and definitely good condition for the price that I got it for. So stay tuned. Let's see how it goes. Now when I picked this up from Mike, you can see obviously it says luggage rack used, good / fair. And when I initially pulled it out of the box, I was actually quite surprised. Obviously you can see it's well packed in there. Let's get it out of the box and take a closer look. So I took it out of the box, and as you can see, here's why it's marked fair. It looks like someone had actually painted this with kind of like a chrome colored paint, which I don't really understand, because as I go and kind of just scrape that off, there really doesn't appear to be any damage to it. So I'm just not sure why somebody would have painted it. Where the paint is kind of flaked off already. You know, the chrome doesn't look too bad. So I'm going to take out my pressure washer, see if I can pressure wash this. It seems to be pretty loose, and we'll see what it looks like after I get done pressure washing it. Mike was kind enough to provide a photocopy of the installation blow-up sheet for installing the luggage rack. And of course I don't have any hardware to do that. So I am going to take the A over to my local Lowe's and pick up some nuts, lock washers, and some bolts, and get her done. So off to Lowe's I go. gotta make a slight detour in town. I got a couple of packages I got to mail at the post office on my way to Lowe's, so I figured I'd kill two birds with one stone. Downtown historic Jonesboro is always fun to drive through. There's always something going on. And ironically, if I'm going to pan the camera over here real fast to the left, you can kind of see some historic games kind of going on right now. It's kind of an impromptu thing. I wasn't expecting to see that. So that was kind of fun. Usually on Friday nights, they have some sort of activity going on in downtown Jonesboro, and as you can see, they're getting ready to set up for some sort of music fest. That happens here every Friday night during the summer. And just a fun little town to live in. And that's why we picked Jonesboro to live. So, off to the post office, and then we'll head over to Lowe's. So, enjoy the ride. Well, dummy me didn't even think about the fact that it is the start of a holiday weekend. And so the amount of traffic on 11E right now is insane. Now, some of you who live in a big city are probably kind of chuckling about that, but this is really an abnormal amount of traffic for this time of day. So I'm definitely going to be taking the back way home. Not that I'm not afraid of driving, but I just quite honestly don't like dealing with a lot of traffic. And it's warm outside, which means it's warm inside the car, that is. And there's no airflow. And that's not comfortable, plain and simple. So, taking a different way home. Lowe's is just about 2 miles up the road, maybe. Here in the south, we'll call that up the road the piece, or up the road a piece, something like that. So, we're almost there. Hang in there. I'm hanging. You hang. Alrighty, destination Lowe's. Now the goal is to just find the nuts and bolts I need, get back home, and start putting this luggage rack on. That's one less thing to deal with. Normally, I'm the kind of guy that doesn't really like parking the car too close, because I'm the guy who usually takes up 4 parking spaces. People know that. I think I'm far enough away from the store not to worry about it, so let's go inside Lowe's. And now comes the fun, trying to find things for this in all these bins. I'll find them though. I know I will. They gotta be here somewhere. Yeah. Somewhere down this very, very long aisle. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. We will be departing Lowe's and heading to your final destination here in just a moment. So please put your trays in the upright and locked position. Make sure that your seat belts are on. And we will be arriving shortly. At least that's the plan, because we're going to take back roads to avoid all this craziness that you witnessed a few moments ago. I certainly don't want to deal with it. I was actually quite surprised that Lowe's wasn't very busy. But then it's also approaching 90 degrees right now. So who wants to do any kind of yard work or honeydew list? Of course, I got to be careful about the honeydew list because my wife, my delicate rose, my delicate flower, that's what I call it. She invariably has that honeydew list, and I invariably find ways to avoid doing it. So I made sure before I was going to put the luggage rack on that I got 3 items that she wanted me to get done before I left the Dearborn complete. And I got those complete before I even began working on the car. That was kind of my promise to her. So, guys, if you don't want daggered eyes staring at you, get your honeydew list done. Even the back way is kind of busy. But could be worse. Could be a whole lot worse. Here we go. So we have our luggage brackets, luggage rack extension brackets, I should say, loosely installed on the car. That's these brackets that are right here. Believe it or not, I thought the instruction sheet was kind of vague. Didn't seem to make any sense. So just kind of placing the luggage rack in position. I kind of figured out which way the brackets were supposed to be. What was something I wasn't expecting was whoever put the turn signals on in this car ran them through this hole right here. That obviously is blocked now. So I get to do some soldering and repair of the rear turn signals. Not the end of the world, but just a little frustrated because it wasn't something I was planning on doing. But so far so good. I got, like I said, I got the bolts and the nuts loosely installed so that I could see how everything kind of fit. By the way, that rack on the side that shows from the car looks pretty good. I certainly am not going to complain for what I got it for. So, all right, so we're still a work in progress. We're at phase 2 of the loosely fit, checking to make sure everything kind of works. You can kind of see the inside cleaned up a little bit better. Got most of the paint off, but it's still, I wouldn't call it perfect by any means. But, again, two things to think about. One, this is the side most people will never see. And two, I got it at a great price. And so, this is not a point car, nor will it ever be, at least while I own it. I have no intention on having a point car. Been there, done that. Got the t-shirt, multiple colors, different cars, doesn't matter. Just kind of done with that. And this, my phase of life right now, I just want to get out, drive it, and enjoy it. So I'm going to start tightening things up. I definitely left everything loose so I could make sure that everything seemed to be in order. So now I'm just going to start tightening things up. So by now you're probably wondering, why in the world would I install a luggage rack on a Model A? And it's a fair question. And here's the reason why. Because it's designed to hold some vintage luggage that I've picked up strictly for photo shoots. And the bottom piece fit absolutely perfect, snug. The top piece kind of rests on top. But there's enough room for me to probably get some belts and cinch them through those loops right there. And I think it adds a really cool flavor for the back end of the car. It doesn't hide the Ford insignia, which was something that was really kind of important to me. I wanted to make sure it wasn't going to hide it. And so there you go. There's a luggage rack down, and with the luggage on top of it. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like, subscribe. Really appreciate it. It really helps me to continue to bring content for y'all. And most of all, be blessed. Bonus feature. Hey, I had no idea that these two would also fit in there perfectly upright. So I'd really like to know your opinion. Do you like them up or do you like them down? As I showed. So mention it in the comments. I'd greatly appreciate it. Again, remember, like, subscribe, be blessed. Have a wonderful day.